What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into my top 3 category continued. This time we're doing blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, so we're doing the luxury and the high-end edition right now. So let's get started, because y'all know it's gonna take me forever to get this video done. So we'll start off with bronzers. I have cream bronzers, then I have powder bronzers. So I only have cream bronzers from high-end brands, and then I have luxury and powder bronzers from high-end and luxury. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, so let's get started. I have the Diypansy, what is this? Powder bronzer, matte bronzing and shaping cream. So I have the shade Deep. As you can see, I have dug into this quite a bit. Look at the little dent that's going on there. I love this stuff. And it dries into a matte finish. Me being extra, I put a matte powder on top of it after I spray my face and do my whole routine, like you all will see in my updated foundation routine coming soon. But I really like this product. This is one of the first 2 things I tried from Diypansy. I want to try some more, but the Lightworks palette keeps going in and out of stock at Sephora, and I just can't seem to get a hold of it. So I'm like, hopefully eventually I'll get it and be able to try it out. I'm probably not gonna try it out on camera. By the time I get it, it'll be way too late. But you know, I'm gonna get it for my personal use. But Diypansy has some really nice things, and that's just one of them. The next thing I have is the NARS Casino Sun Kissed Bronzing Cream. So I have the shade Casino, of course, because they only come in 2 shades from what I remember. This is what it looks like. In the pan it looks dark, but as you can see, I have a nice little dent in that too. So I figured I should show you all the stuff I have dents in, because those are the things I'm obviously using the most and really like. I still use powder more than I use cream, but I've gotten into using cream and then doing powder on top of it to make it last longer throughout the day, since e.l.f. refuses to make a powder infused bronzer for people my skin tone, and nobody else is making powder infused products. I'm probably primer infused products, so I had to do what I gotta do for now. Anyway, the last one I have to talk about is the cream bronzer from ABH in the shade Chestnut. I've been liking this. It has a little dent in it as well. I've been trying to use my more luxury ones, like my what do you call it? But it has a little dent in it too, as you can see. So I've been using it, but I'm usually using like the Chanel one, not because I like it, obviously, or else you've seen it here. It's just more about I spent the coins on it, and we're gonna use it because it's expensive. That's just what it comes down to. But this is a really good product. I heard that's what the original Chanel bronzer was like, according to the late great Mel Thompson. So it's a really good product. I'm not surprised. Mel always gave good recommendations. So now let's get into some powder ones. So I'll start off with my high-end ones, and then we'll end with the luxury ones, and then go on from there. So one of these is honorable mention, so I'll get that one out the way, because y'all know I don't really like red tone bronzers in the what is it, in the wintertime. But I've still been reaching for this one pretty consistently, because it feels like it's nothing on your face and it blends effortlessly and smoothly on the skin, and I'm all about that life. So I have Glowish by Huda Beauty. I have the shade 5 Rich. Of course, I have the darkest shade. There's only 5 shades, if I remember correctly. Or it might be one more shade behind this one, I think. But no, I'm thinking about the setting powders. But yeah, this right here, yes, love it, love it, love it. It does have a red undertone to it though, but like I said, it feels like you're putting nothing on your face, and it gives a beautiful bronze to the skin. So I've still been using it from time to time now, which is why it's in here. But I haven't been using it as much as I use these other 3 things. Like when I want to set me bronze finish, I have the Nabla Skin Bronzing Sun Kiss Effect Bronzing Powder. I have the deepest shade in this one as well, Profile. As you can see, like the name is coming off because I have used this so much. So I definitely love this product. I remember for a while I was just using this and nothing else, and I made myself use other stuff because I was like, I really like this product. I heard some people say they don't like it. I don't understand why, because it just gives a nice like satin bronze finish to the face, and I think that looks nice. But you know, teach his own, because there's a few things I like that other YouTubers I watch don't like, and I was like, what's wrong with you? Why? Now the last bronzer I talk about, you're gonna be shocked, but we're only on the second actual bronzer. So I have what is this, Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Coconut. Now y'all remember when this first came out, I was like, no, it's supposed to be red tone, what is this? But I have come to appreciate this one, because as you see, the embossment is fully gone. Where you see the FB? Where is it? You don't see it because it's not even there. So I use this one a lot in the wintertime. Sometimes I'll use it in the summertime. It depends on, you know, what my mood is. But for the most part, I usually use this in the wintertime. And since I've told y'all before, winter is longer in Chicago than summer is. That's why this one has the embossment missing. Whereas if I showed you Mocha Mommy, you could still see the embossment, because summer doesn't last here that long, and I have to rotate between a lot of red bronzers. Because everybody wants to make red bronzers and not make more like the ones that Brianna made. So I'm here for this. This is one of my favorite Fenty products. I like that. I like the hydrating foundation, and I like her eye pencils in addition to her, like, of course, gloss bomb, and there's a whole bunch of Fenty stuff I like. Let's not even get into it. But the last one I have to talk about is the Soft Sculpt Bronzer from Makeup by Mario. If y'all remember me bitching and complaining about this, and this is the shade I was bitching and complaining about too, because it came out in the summertime and you could only get this shade, so you couldn't get like the red tone one I actually needed at the time, which is why I was complaining. But it's fine now because it's wintertime, but it's like when it launched, like that shade wasn't there, and I just was like, where is it? So anyway, this is similar to the Fenty one I showed you all, and I think this is a little bit cheaper than the Fenty one, not by a lot, but you know, Rihanna's website always be having sales, so you can get that one at a really good deal. You don't have to necessarily get this one, but the formula on it is really nice, and it is a good alternative for when I don't want to use the Fenty one, or like when I try to alternate between products, because you know, sometimes you might just want to try something different, and I know the Fenty one works, and this one is still somewhat new to my collection, so sometimes I'll pull it out and use it as opposed to Cocoa Naughty. So it's a good formula. It was a nice product. I said that in the video, but like I said, I was mad they didn't have my shade at the time I needed it. So let's get into these other three. Like the last one in this category too, I'm sure you'll be shocked about, because I was talking about it as well, but you know, that's what we do here. Anyway, so I have the Dior Forever Natural Bronze in shade Deep Bronze. This is the darkest shade they have, and they have 8 shades, so I think they did a pretty good range considering it's a high-end brand. It has the perfume smell as always, but as you can see, the Dior embossment is starting to try to leave because I have used this a lot. I really like this bronzer. It blends out smoothly, looks nice on the skin. I didn't have any issues with it. I heard I think I heard other YouTubers talking about how they didn't necessarily like this, or was it, no, I'm sorry, it was the Gucci one that people were talking about they didn't like. This one is wonderful, amazing. I really like it, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. I think it's snowing or hailing or something, y'all, because I hear raining outside. I don't know if you all can hear, but I can hear it. That's why I keep making those faces, looking like, what's going on? Because it hasn't snowed here yet in Chicago, and I am so thankful, because you know, it's like December the 10th and there's still no snow. Anyway, the second to last one I have to talk about is the Airbrush Bronzer, a matte bronzing filter for face and body. I have the deepest shade, of course, which is Deep 4 from Charlotte Tilbury. She just came out with a deeper shade in those under eye powders, or the face powders, the airbrush powder. I actually have that underneath my eyes today. But here's what the bronze looks like. I don't know how mine got this little hard pan section on it, but it hasn't affected the product, thank goodness. And what I like about this is you can pop the pan out and just refill the pan, and then you have to buy this whole component again, which I greatly appreciate, because that means you're not wasting being wasteful to the environment, because it's like I don't have to throw this away now. I just have to throw away the metal pan, and hopefully they can recycle it and use it again. So I'm here for this bronzer. It's gorgeous. I've told y'all before though, you don't buy Charlotte Tilbury regular price on her website or wait for 20% off at Sephora. It's always cheaper when you buy it on Net-a-Porter, and the good thing is if you're my skin tone, it's even cheaper than everyone else's skin tone. For some reason, like this one I think was like $35 or $40 on Net-a-Porter, whereas everyone else's I think was like closer to the price that it was on Charlotte Tilbury's website and Sephora's website. So if you my skin tone, you should definitely buy yours from Net-a-Porter, because it's going to be cheaper than everywhere else. So the last one I have to talk about is the Westman Atelier Beauty Butter Powder Bronzer. I have the shade Soleil Rich, and like I said before, I don't know where the hell is rich. So what I do with this is in the wintertime, I just put a cream bronzer underneath it. But I told you I've been using cream bronzer lately anyway, which is probably why I like this product. Plus it's really smooth on the skin. I mean, it blends in effortlessly, just like the Huda Beauty Glowish one. Like, this stuff is really nice. This thing is expensive as hell though, so I would only tell you to buy her stuff during sale. Don't buy this regular price. It is outrageous. I bought mine on sale. That's the only reason I have it, because it's just outrageous. I can't with these prices, especially for how tiny this thing is. I mean, I know the compact is heavy and the formula is really nice, but it's like the Slave selection is trash. There's like 2 shades and that's it. And I just told you I have the darkest shade, and you saw that wasn't that dark, because I feel like my skin is still darker than that, and bronzer is supposed to like give depth. So it's a beautiful product. It's just I said my thoughts in the video. Moving on. Now we're gonna get into some blushes. Now I feel like you shouldn't be surprised as far as like how the blushes go and what I picked. I feel like maybe one you might be surprised with. I have my Ciroc blush case here. So I bought these when they were leaving Sephora. So I just got the 3 standard shades I would normally get. I got a nice pink shade, I got a nice corally orange shade, and I got, of course, a berry tone shade, because that's worked for my skin tone. These blend so effortlessly and smooth, and they have like a light wash of color that you can build up for people who don't like a pigmented blush off the bat. I prefer a somewhat pigmented blush, not like full effect pigmented like an eyeshadow, but it's like I like a medium pigment, whatever that is. I feel like I just made it up, but I like blushes that are somewhat pigmented when you start off, but not like to the point where it's like I have to dip my brush in 40 times just to pick it up. So these are the type that you have to build it up quite a bit to get good pigmentation. But I mean, it's still a nice formula and it's still a nice product, and I do reach for it a lot when I am going for a more luxury, I think I'm bougie effect. So I figured I would show it to you. The next one I have is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher. I saw Jackie Aina with this color. It's called Sex on Fire, and I immediately was like, yes, give it to me now. Where is it? So this is what it looks like. It's actually a nice wash of color on the skin. I didn't know how it was going to look till I saw it on Jackie, and once I saw it on Jackie, I was like, it looks nice, because if you all don't know, I'm the same skin tone as Jackie Aina, so like whatever Jackie says works. I don't ask questions. I just give the nice man at the desk the credit card, and he knows what to do. So yeah, but this is a pretty color. I hadn't tried her blushes, but this blush makes me want to try more blushes. But since I already have plenty of blushes, like the blush we're about to talk about now, I don't really need to. This is the Pat McGrath. What are these blushes? This is the Blush and Cherish. These are the Divine blushes. I have, I think, 4 or 5 of these, because I have Divine Rose. I have the shade I'm about to show you, Cherish. My favorite shade is Paradise Venus. I like Divine Rose. Well, I like all the ones I got except Electric Bloom. I was disappointed by that one, but this is what Cherish looks like. It's just a nice, like, baby pinkish type shade. It's really nice. Her blushes work so effortlessly. I use them a lot. I use other blushes too, but like as far as my luxury blushes, I can easily say Pat McGrath is the ones I use the most. Just because I was so happy Mother gave us blush. Like, everybody was happy Mother gave us blush. So I'm just another one to add to the list. Yeah, but those are all the luxury blushes I have. Now let's move in to the high-end ones. And as usual, I have a well, I guess I'm count one of these as a cream one, because it has cream and powder in it. I feel like you should already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this Patrick Ta Major Headlines Blush Palette. Y'all knew this was gonna be here. Y'all know I live for a Patrick Ta moment. Now, if you remember, my plastic broke. I never returned it back to the store because I was lazy and fat and I couldn't be bothered. But this is what it looks like on the inside. This is truly, truly stunning, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. Y'all know I live for Patrick Ta blushes. So when he came out with a palette with all 3 of them in it, and it was like so reasonably priced. I think it's like the price of if you bought, I think, like 2 of his individual ones like this, is the price of this blush palette. So it's like buy 2 get 1 free type situation. And I was like, yes, Patrick, say less, I will buy it. You don't have to say anything. Matter of fact, just give me the blush. So I have been using this on and off quite a bit, along with the Pat McGrath ones. But I've also been using some other stuff. But this is my Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush. I have the shade 10 Rosé here, but I also like the shade 09 Cool Berry. So those are the 2 shades I use the most. I've still been trying to get into the peach one I just got recently, but I told y'all these are the type of blushes I use when I don't know what like eye look I'm gonna do, and I want like a blush to put on, but it's like I pick a neutral one just to be safe. So this is one I would pick regularly, and then the powder brush I'm about to show you I would put on top of this to set it down and just give it the gorgeous effect that it has with Rosé. Latte is just a really like neutralish tone blush for someone with my skin tone, and I'm all about it. I used to use the crap out of that like when I first got it, but then it got pushed in the back of the drawer, and I always have to try new stuff. So, but it is definitely a contender. Y'all saw how dirty it was, and my makeup doesn't usually get dirty just because I have so much makeup. So the fact that when you see stuff that's dirty, I feel like it should tell you something. So the last one I have to talk about, well, no, the first powder one I have to talk about is from Vive. So this is the one I was saying I put on top of the Fenty one. This is the Sunset Blush in the shade Piazza. As you can see, it matches the Fenty cream perfectly. So that's why I was like, I just put this on top of it to set it down, and then that way it just looks stunning on the skin. So I'm here for it. It's a vibe. I love this blush tone. Her blush is actually really nice. I know Karen got the orange one. The orange one was out of stock when I bought this to review the bronzer with, so that's why I don't have it. But trust me, I plan on getting it. I plan on grabbing it. I plan on snatching it. So I was gonna get off Code Beauty because I think they gave me 25% off coupon, and I could have got it, but I was like, let me calm down because there's way more eyeshadow palettes coming out, and y'all know I live for eyeshadow palette. So I'd rather buy those than more blushes, as sad as that sounds. The next blush I have to talk about is again by Glowish by Huda Beauty. So this is Charming Cherry. I got I think this is the deepest shade they had besides the berry tone shade. I thought this one would be more unique to my collection though, because it's more cherry colored, and I just saw, I showed you, like I have a few berry blushes, so berry blushes just work best on people my skin tone. So that's why I ended up, you know, getting this color instead, and it actually looks really nice on the skin. It's a somewhat unique color in my collection. I think I only have one other blush in this type of tone, so I was like, yeah, this definitely works for me. I really like this blush, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. I want to get some more, but I need her to come out with more colors that are, you know, friendly to people my skin tone, because the rest of the colors like really light, that work for the lighter spectrum. So I wanted like the corally one, but it's way too light, so I was like, I'm not even gonna risk it. Like, I think it barely showed up on Karen if I saw it in her video, if I remember correctly. So I was like, I'm not gonna play myself. The last blushes I have to talk about are the soft pop powder blushes for Makeup by Mario. I have Poppy Pink and Creamy Peach. These were the shades that called to me. Again, he has a berry tone one because he knows, like, I know berry tones work best on people my skin tone. But since I own so many berry tones from other people, I want to try some different stuff. So I was like, I'll get some of the lighter ones. And I usually don't buy pinks like this, but Jackie, like, seeing her put on some of them has been encouraging me to try them out a little bit more. So that's why I got this one. And this is actually my favorite one. I thought Creamy Peach was going to be my favorite one, as you can see. It's a gorgeous color, but I'm like, I really like the Poppy Pink better, and I've been using it a whole lot more. But this is one of the shimmery ones, and then Poppy Pink is one of the more matte powder ones. So that's another reason I got two of them, because I'm like, I want to try each formula. The shimmery one is really nice. Like, I like to use this on top of the what is it, Peach Out blush and lip gloss set she came out with this year. I like to use this one on top of that, and I feel like it looks gorgeous on the skin. So those are all the blushes. Let us finally get to the end, girl, with the highlighters. And of course the battery wants to die now. It's so rude. So I'll be right back. Okay, okay, so finally we're at the end with just the highlighters. So I have more luxury than high end, but I was gonna give myself 3 in each category. So I was like, I'm gonna just put the other crap. I still got an honorable mention with all this stuff. Good God. But yeah, so anyway, let me just show you what highlighters I picked out, okay? Because y'all know I always got some honorable mention. I can't just, you know, do things properly. Who's doing that? So I have the Hermes highlighter. If you all remember, I did a video on this. It's in Perma Brass 01. This is what it looks like. As you can see, my embossment is starting to come off here. I don't know if you can see because of the like reflection or the color of the highlighter, but like the embossment up here at the top is starting to come off because I've used it so much. But again, like, it costs like, I think $100, $95 or something. So we gonna use it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use it tomorrow. I just brought it over here for this video, but it's a gorgeous highlighter. I wouldn't say it's necessarily worth the price, but it does look nice. And since I had it in my collection and it's luxury, I was like, we're gonna pop it in this video. Now, Mother's highlighters, they're just everything. So this is Golden Nectar. That's in the lighter face palette, and then this is the one she came out with for the holiday, which is Lunar Nude. And then she has a new collection coming out the day after Christmas that I have to get my little grubby hands on immediately. Like, I need it right now. I needed it yesterday. I needed it 3 weeks ago before she announced it. Okay, I just need it. I've never watched the show that it's about though, but the dude who's playing like the prince or whatever, he looks hot. I'm all about the eyeshadow palette. I don't know if I'm gonna get the face palette though, because the blushes look kind of light in there. But anyway, this is Lunar Nude. Oh my God, yes, y'all, I love this highlighter. Like, this highlighter formula is the one that she should stick with. I'm hoping that is the one she's sticking with, because at first when she came out in the hockey puck, everybody was upset. I mean, we was all pissed. We was like, mother, what is this? Nobody liked it from what I remember seeing in the reviews. Like, no one was with it. This is Golden Nectars. So I want you all to see the difference. I guess I should have swatched the difference. But as you can see, mine is messy. Well, you probably couldn't see because of the sun. I mean, the lighting. But mine are well loved. So this one came out with the Divine Blush set. And then this other one came out for the holidays. Now, she has one that's coming out that looks like Trophy Wife for the holidays. Oh, those were, by the way, those were number 2. I just showed you all the 2 I had in my collection that are my favorites from her till the new one comes out. And my third pick is the Dior Backstage palette. So I have 05 Copper Gold and then 03 Pure Gold. So this is what they look like. One of my highlights is popping out each panel. Like, as you can see, the one at the top is popping out, which is why I didn't open it. And the one at the bottom is here popping out. Like, yeah, last year, y'all know when they was mailing stuff off, like all the Dior highlighters in everybody's video from what I remember was popping out. But needless to say, I use this one the most, and then this is my second use, and then like the rose gold one they had was my third use, just because it like looked more like blushes shades and lighter shades that don't necessarily work for people my skin tone. Okay, next I have the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude a Glow. Now I heard Teresa's dad talking about how she hated this. I actually really like it. So I know it's not her traditional formula. Her traditional formula seems to be more wet and more pigmented. I don't know if this is supposed to be like her experiment like she does with the eyeshadows, and that's what's going on with it. But I really like it. I used it a lot. Now it's not a blinding one, so when you want a subtle highlight, I feel like this and the Hermes one would be good. But if you want a more like blinding highlight, I figured the Dior ones and Mother's would be the best ones to use, because you can build those up and, you know, make them work for you. Next I have Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. Now when I first got this, if y'all remember, I didn't like it that much. It's grown on me though. I like it. The only thing is this is limited edition. Like, I don't think she's selling this on her website right now, but I feel like she has the other one from I think 2 years ago still on there, which I'm confused about, because I'm like, this one isn't there anymore from what I remember when I went on there to check. And then the one from 2 years ago is still there. So I'm like confused. Like, well, how are we doing this? I guess people like this one more. I guess because of the size you got in for the price. I don't know. But it has the hole in the back for you to pop out. But you can't actually pop the pan out in this one, which I don't understand. Because what if you want to put your bronzer in here and they're the same size? I don't know. Whatever. The last one I have to talk about is the Makeup by Mario Soft Glow Highlighter in the shade Bronze. So of course y'all know I'm gonna pick the bronzy tone one. They have one called Honey that's more of a champagne gold shade for people my skin tone, and then they have one a little bit lighter than that for like I guess tan to medium skin tones. But this is my favorite shade, so this is what I wanted to show you. Y'all know I live for a bronzy highlighter. I have on a bronzy highlighter right now because, you know, that's just my aesthetic. My honorable mention is my Tom Ford Skin Illuminating Powder Duo. I have the darkest shade, number 6, which is Flicker. The gold in here is really nice, and I like to use this to use as a shimmery bronze when I do cream bronzer sometimes, and I just want an extra glow. But you have to lightly put this on, because if not, it'll kind of look like muddy and just really sparkly and you look crazy. So use a light hand, you're gonna use that the way I just talked about. But otherwise, if you can use it just as a highlighter, you know, that's gorgeous. I really like the gold though. Like, this is one of the few Tom Ford products I feel like is actually worth the price. And y'all know I'm always talking about how Tom Ford is overrated. So it's like, if I'm telling you it's worth it, I feel like, you know, you should take note. So yeah, this is worth it to me. So those are all of the luxury and high-end blush, bronzers, and highlighters I had to talk about. Girl, I feel like I've been sitting here talking forever. I mean, the battery done died and everything and came back. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.